Hello class. So before I started this Google training, I thought I knew a lot already about Google services. So I knew or had heard of, Google Drive, um, Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, Google Slides, and I had actually used those things before, but um, but I didn't realize that I could use Google Drive in the way that we used to use Dropbox uh, a few years ago. Um, so Google now has its very own Dropbox, and it's much more convenient to use. You can actually access items offline if you designate them as such, so you don't necessarily need to have internet to access very important files that you might need access to even if your internet goes out. Something that was not possible with Dropbox. So I think in very many ways it's better than Dropbox. Um, I also learned that I could really organize my Gmail inbox and make it more efficient so that I don't spend too much time sorting through emails. And I think that's very important as a teacher because we will be getting tons of emails each day, so we need a way to make our email experience quick and efficient so that we can actually spend our time um, teaching our students. And I also learned that I could create my very own website through Google. That was something really new to me, so that was a very pleasant surprise. And I could create my classroom website through Google so that parents can keep up to date with classroom news. And as far as seeking a certification of Google through Google Education, I think that might be useful as an educator and would make me more marketable because that will let my prospective employers know that I know my way around technology and can use technology to my advantage to make my job more efficient and time saving. Because as we all know, as teachers, we could spend lots of time searching for files to print off or spend a lot of time going through emails. And if we can reduce that time, then that'll give us more time to do other things like maybe spend that extra 20 or 30 minutes on the lesson plan to make it even better, and other things like that, or more time to communicate with parents and maybe even other people too. And as far as my experience with Google Docs, spreadsheets, and presentations, I've used them before, so they're really easy to use, and you can even convert them into Office documents, presentations, and spreadsheets. And I think that that's a really cool feature. However, if you want to start a Google Doc, spreadsheet, or slide, they don't have as many features as Office products do. I mean, Office has been around for around 20 years, and so it has had that amount of time to develop and add tons of cool features in that time. And I think the Google Suites are slowly catching up to that, but I can see real advantages to using Google to create what we used to create using Office. You can share it really easily, and you can even make it accessible offline. I mean, Microsoft has added those features, and it even has its own cloud called OneDrive, but that has only been recent additions to the Office suite, and I think it's really cool that Google and Office can work together so that we can create awesome documents, presentations, and slides. So, and even Google Drive allows you to just drag and drop your Office stuff in there, and then convert it into Google if you'd like. So I think there's a lot of flexibility now as to when you create your document spreadsheets and presentations. Especially with Google, I think it's really neat that it can be accessible offline. That way, in case your internet goes out, you still have access to important files. And based on my experience, like I said before, I think that Google still needs a little bit of catching up to do as far as features when you create presentations, documents, and spreadsheets, but I think it's getting there, and I think a real advantage is the fact that you can convert either way, and make pretty cool presentations. So that's all I have for this reflection. Have a good evening, guys.